I never imagined the day would come when I would have to prove, in a courtroom, that I was sane. Not to strangers, not to doctors, but to my own son. The same child I once held through night terrors. The same boy whose scraped knees I kissed better. The same man who now sat across from me, asking a judge to take away my rights. All because I stopped giving him money. I became a widow at 42. My husband died suddenly in an industrial accident. One phone call changed everything. I remember standing in my kitchen, holding the receiver, staring at the wall while my 9-year-old son, Daniel, played with toy cars on the floor. That night, I promised myself one thing. No matter what happens to me, my son will never feel abandoned. So I worked. I worked mornings at a grocery store and nights cleaning office buildings. I learned how to stretch $1 until it cried. I skipped meals so Daniel could eat seconds. I wore the same coat for 15 winters. Daniel grew up believing his mother was strong. What he never realized was how tired I was. Daniel was smart. Charming. People liked him instantly. Teachers told me, "You raised a wonderful boy." I believed them. When he got into college, I emptied my savings to help him. When he struggled with student loans, I stepped in. When he met Rachel, his future wife, I welcomed her with open arms. Rachel called me Mom. I cried the first time she said it. After the wedding, the phone calls changed. Not, "How are you?" but, "We're a little short this month." $600 here, $900 there. Car trouble, medical bills, rent. "I'll pay you back," Daniel always said. He never did. 5 years passed like this. I later added it up, over $40,000. My retirement savings quietly disappearing. And still, I said nothing, because mothers don't keep score. Then came the day that broke something inside me. I found out Daniel and Rachel had renewed their wedding vows in Napa Valley. Wine, flowers, photographers. I saw it on Facebook. I wasn't invited. When I called Daniel, my hands were shaking. "Why didn't you tell me?" I asked. There was a pause. Then he said, "Mom, it was small, just important people." Important people. That night, I sat alone at my kitchen table and finally asked myself a question I had avoided for years. Am I loved or am I useful? I didn't confront them. I didn't argue. I simply went to my bank and stopped the automatic payments. The banker looked at me and said, "Are you sure, ma'am?" I nodded. Yes, I'm sure. For the first time in decades, my heart felt lighter. The phone calls began almost immediately. Daniel sounded irritated. Rachel sounded worried, too worried. "Mom, are you okay? You seem different. You're forgetting things." Then they showed up with a lawyer. They wanted me to sign a power of attorney. "So we can help you," Daniel said. I read the document carefully. It gave him control over everything. I folded it and slid it back. "No," I said. That's when their concern turned cold. 2 weeks later, a stranger knocked on my door. Court papers. My son was asking the court to declare me mentally incompetent. The reason? That I had refused help, become paranoid, stopped supporting family, made irrational financial decisions. My hands trembled. I wasn't scared of losing money. I was scared of losing my voice. The night before the hearing, I didn't sleep. I walked through my house, touching furniture I paid for. Photos of Daniel as a child stared back at me. I whispered to the walls, "How did we get here?" For the first time in my life, I cried not because I was weak, but because I was grieving a son who was still alive. The courtroom smelled like polish and silence. Daniel sat across from me in a sharp suit. Rachel held his hand, eyes already wet. Their lawyers spoke smoothly. "Your Honor, this is a heartbreaking case of an elderly woman in decline." Decline. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to scream. Instead, I sat still. Rachel testified first. She cried softly. She said she loved me, that she feared for my safety, that my behavior was erratic. My lawyer stood. "Mrs. Miller," he asked, "when was the last time you visited my client without requesting money?" Rachel froze. "Isn't it true," he continued, "that once the financial support stopped, this petition was filed?" Silence filled the room. Then Daniel testified. He spoke of concern, responsibility, love. My lawyer asked calmly, "At 36 years old, why does your household require your mother's retirement income?" Daniel swallowed. We were counting on it." There it was. Then it was my turn. I stood slowly. I looked at the judge and said, "I didn't lose my mind. I lost my illusion." I told the truth about sacrifice, about love mistaken for obligation, about a mother who finally said no. My money stopped, and suddenly I became insane. The judge returned after an hour. His voice was firm. "This court finds no evidence of incompetence." He paused. "However, there is evidence of attempted financial exploitation." Daniel stared at the floor. Rachel stopped crying. I changed my locks, updated my will, reclaimed my peace. Daniel never apologized, and that was the hardest truth of all. I didn't lose a son in court. I lost him long before. If you are watching this and giving everything to people who only love what you provide, please listen to me. Love should not require self-destruction. Sometimes the bravest thing a mother can do is say no.